Hello everybody and welcome back to Benjamin Magnus Plays Hearts of Iron 3. Left off with the Germans having penetrated my front lines and sent my units into a full rout all over the place, which is highly unfortunate. We're desperately trying to get back to our pre-prepared defensive positions. We are suffering from overruns, I think. It's a little hard to tell, but like, there's 4 units here, 4 units here. And I think there used to be division, full corps of 5. It'll be a little hard to tell exactly what has happened and what's been lost until we can reorganize. Keeping these guys in combat, I don't think is a good idea. I think it's better to retreat to our defensive positions and try to dig in. We need to make it until the autumn, basically. Once things really, the rains start to fall, it'll slow the Germans down, and that's what we're looking for here. Unfortunately, it's going to take a while to get to that point. It's only been a few weeks into the offensive, honestly. And we are, well, at least we got guys in full, we get our guys to the Magnus line. I'll be happy with that. The problem is we're completely broken. Our officer ratio is jacked up because of Stalin. We just need to try to slow them down as much as we possibly can, and that is the problem. Alright, we need to get you to the Magnus line. We've made it to the Pripyat... We're on the outskirts of the Pripyat marshlands. That is good, because that's going to really slow the Germans down. We have prepared defenses. We have defenses. The Germans are going to suffer some... What is it going to come... How is it? Terrain of 80%. There we go. Hopefully, we'll be able to hold out for a while, slow them down. As their lines get thinner, that's going to be beneficial for me. Let's try to get all these units out here. Our planes are finally starting to get up into the air, although they're not doing that much to stall the Germans. We have bombers trying to hit their northern supply lines, even though, again, not doing great. Let's actually redeploy some of these guys over here, some of the more heavily damaged ones, and let them repair, because we can't house everybody there indefinitely. I'm taking all available units and redeploying them to the north side of the Magnus line, because that's where the Germans are going to contact it first. Let's get the hell out of town. Right here is bad because they're flanking my prepared defenses, which means even though these guys are perfectly capable of holding off the Axis miners, letting them get flanked and having these really good divisions destroyed is folly. We have all manpower directed into... Oh, tanks are going to get overrun. If they haven't already. I mean, they were... Unless this is the rest of them. Alright, they haven't been overrun yet. Alright, get the fuck out of here. Anybody that we can get on the trains and retreat, we need to do it. Wonder if I could actually make this better. I mean, I could... That'd give them a better... combined arms bonus, wouldn't it? A little bit. I mean, not much. Those ones are full. Alright, these guys are already under attack. Organization, 13.6. Okay, we're holding out okay on the marshes. Nope, we're not. Nope. Not nearly as good as I hoped. I mean, 3 divisions... Just 3 is cracking through here against a garrison and a regular infantry division with basically no problem whatsoever. So, fall back to the Magnus line. Fall back to the Magnus line. Get out of town. Just get out. Get out. Anybody that we can, we need to just retreat. Because we desperately need to be able to hold as best we can. You know what? Suicide Squad is going to do its job. It's going to suicide. This is making me really nervous, actually. Because even, you know, garrisons in prepared defenses are having trouble holding back anything whatsoever. And this is problematic, too, is units retreat. When they retreat, they don't necessarily retreat backwards. They retreat laterally sometimes. Our organization's bad. Our organization regain rate is really bad. My dog is going insane. Why can't we move? Oh, there you go. So I don't think there were units stuck in here. I hope not. I honestly even the units in the marshlands are having trouble where I thought they would be doing okay. Oh, their organization is just so high, you know, 60, 70, 80%. Or mine's at like 16, maybe. We're almost 100. Early game and their organization's almost 100. I don't know what the fuck mine is. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? What has she got? Penny, what do you got there? What are you attacking? Oh, my shoe. One of my shoes greatly offended her. But this is gonna... Oh, there she goes again. All right, we're just gonna work around the crazy dog. And now, what I'm thinking with these guys here is, we have very tenable defensive positions, but the Germans are going to flank them, and we're going to lose the divisions. Do we use them to slow the Germans down? Do we use them to fall back and shore up the Magnus line? Like, that is marshlands, right? Yeah. Penny, what is up your butt? What are you doing? Alright, you guys are supposed to be retreating. Like, these are very tenable defensive positions. They're in hills, got a fortress in there, got good garrisons, well, as good as they're gonna get. Like, what are you doing up here? Like, why would you retreat up this? Ugh, we're gonna lose these divisions. Damn it. That is so freaking stupid. They tend to retreat laterally and not backwards. See, now the thing to think about is the marshlands aren't going to hold nearly as good as I thought they would. It's already been breached right here. I don't know why this province got hit, you know, basically put up no resistance whatsoever. While these ones are doing perfectly fine. Oh, shit. I was really hoping we could avoid our guys retreating into the private marshlands, but I didn't really think about that thoroughly. Yeah, now we're retreating back towards combat. That's frustrating. That's why we're going to suffer from overruns. Suffering from overruns because of that. Right. Yeah, we're going to be losing a lot of divisions. A lot of divisions are going to get overrun here. All these units are basically already out of it, so let's get them out of there. At least the Germans aren't going to have an easy time getting in there. Like, these 3 divisions are probably going to be destroyed because they retreated into a terrible, terrible position. Alright, we actually got some units to the Magnus line. And what we need to start doing is trying to spread them out a little bit. To help shore up the defenses. Alright, you guys just... Oh, shit! God damn it. I clicked just slightly off to the side and canceled their movement instead of telling them... Yeah, this is what I was worried about right here. That, you know, the side of this pocket collapsing and all these units getting overrun. Because I don't have a lot of units, considering all my damn event spawn troops never showed up. Well, some of them did. Garrison's under attack in Riga with a panzer division. Organization is falling at a rate, well, about 3 times the rate the Germans are. Which means Riga is not going to be held. See, Riga is a much more defensible position than the Magnus line, and I can't even hold that. So I don't think the Magnus line is going to survive. All these units are about to be, yep, overrun. That's a whole army corps right there. Plus some. Overrun. Unfortunate. What do we build in an infantry division? Fresh infantry division. Agricultural giant, national manpower modifier supplies. Now we got all these troops, but what are we gonna do with them? Yep. Surrendered and lost. I think these guys are gonna get overrun. It's just so hard to micromanage full-on routes. And if you don't tell your guys to retreat, they'll route in the wrong direction and get and get destroyed. Ooh, boy. Lost a lot of troops have been surrendered from overruns. See, look at that garrison. Broke in an instant. So these lines are untenable. It's a choice between falling back and shoring up the Magnus line or letting these units get overrun and destroyed. I'm honestly a little nervous because, frankly, I thought I would be able to hold out much better than this. I knew it was going to be bad. I did not think it was going... Oh, these units are going to get destroyed too. That's an overrun right there, most likely. I think we probably suffered an entire army overrun in the south here. If we can't get these guys out of town, then they are gone. Yeah, these guys definitely overrun because they retreated the wrong direction. The Pripyat marshlands, suicide pocket, not doing nearly as well as I expected. It's interesting. Some areas are holding out. Well, you know what? He's only getting attacked by an armored car brigade, which is why. Alright, air show, no, party rally. Of course we're gonna rally. It's July 14th. Riga is about to fall. The Germans are almost to the Magnus line. See, I wish when they got in combat and they were, you know, at the edge of a movement range, they would still move, but they don't. Yeah, there was a lot of overruns right here. Unless, I don't know. Oh, I thought there was more. Yeah, there were at least 2 full army corps overrun up here. Minimum. Let's see if we can get these guys out of town. As much as I like having... Well, I guess we could just leave them there as a suicide squad again. The Germans are about to hit the Magnus line because Riga is about to fall, which means we need to evacuate these fighters. I was planning on using Riga as a bastion in my line, but unfortunately these garrison, yeah, basically haven't even injured, where we can't even slow them down. Riga's going to be overrun. Riga fell. Which means these units are probably going to be overrun. See, anybody that's moving towards Riga needs to stop. Magnus line. Magnus line. See, that's where it's throwing me off. I select units to retreat, and then I don't realize that they stopped because they got attacked. Like here. No, not there. Here. Trying to get units out is just damn hard. I would say, in the end, at least an entire army has surrendered. At least. Because I know I've seen 3 army corps go down so far, I'm pretty sure. And what's awful is that they've already hit the Magnus line in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, they made it there. Riga fell with only 1,500 casualties. Got rebels in the middle of a freaking desert. I am not confident at the moment. All of my planned defenses have failed, and many units have been overrun. Garrisons are not moving, and are not capable of retreating correctly, so they're probably going to get destroyed. Now, they have a lot further to go in the south, which is why they haven't hit the line yet, and it's also a lot thicker, thicker defenses down here. Well, at least we can try to slow them the freak down. That's the only... Oh, that's the only way out? Shit. These guys are gonna get wiped out. I didn't realize that was the only way out of the marshlands from where I was. Overruns. These units are probably will all probably be overrun. This is much worse than I anticipated. Much worse. Because they've made it to the Magnus line. Our units are not in nearly as good shape as I expected them to be. I mean, everything's basically gone worse than I anticipated. I knew it would be bad. I didn't think it would be this bad. I did not think it would be as bad as it is. That's an overrun right there. An armored division's gone. I mean, the Pripyat marshes have slowed them down, but that's about it. What I thought would happen would be they'd hit the lines, the Pripyat marshes, and this one would go around, and this one would go around, and they would reduce it. Yes, they would reduce it, but I expected that reduction to happen very slowly, and these guys are probably all going to get overrun. That's another army down. It's another Army Corps plus down. These guys are gone, unless I can get them out of town. All right, we just had a bunch of rebellions. Ooh, here we go. First battle of the Magnus line. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At least it's 6. Well, 5 Panzer divisions supported by a heavy tank brigade, abandoned British equipment, a motorized division, and a SS unit. Micromanaging the retreats is very difficult. It's very difficult to get these units to go where you want them when everyone's in full retreat. That's why overruns happen. Because you can't get your guys to go where you want them, and they just end up going wherever. I mean, we managed to get some guys out. We did manage to get some units out. But we lost far more were overrun than I anticipated. Far more. I expected a few mix-ups here and there. A couple divisions here, a couple divisions there, that kind of thing, but not like this. I mean, we can't even scratch them. This is pretty ridiculous. They're losing a 10th of an organization. Now, a little bit more than that, but still, this isn't going to hold. This is not going to hold. If the Magnus line breaches, then what we have to do is abandon this whole section and go and try to hold hold out around Leningrad Narva area. But it's going to be rough. These units are going to be overrun. I'm honestly not terribly worried about the south, even though we've suffered most of our overruns down there, because the German supply lines are going to be a lot longer and the troops are less concentrated, but up here it's hideous. You guys just need to fucking stay where you are and suck it up. Are we doing any damage to these guys? Barely. We just lost 2,000 men. Oh, Robert's gonna have fun with these casualty statistics. This section I'm not worried about because the German unit lines are thinning out. This section I'm not too worried about because they're slowed down by the marshlands, so they kind of have to go around. Right up here, though, ugh, this is going to be ugly. I mean, they're already starting to breach through. We're not doing any damage to them, not at all. Well, nothing worth talking about, at least. So much for my suicide squad. I mean, they slowed them down marginally at best. So we could try to pull the infantry divisions out while the garrisons sit back and take it. The fact that multiple corps have been overrun, those units that I spent all that time and energy building, that's a bit of a hit to the ego. All that IC wasted. Trying to shore. I mean, can we hold out here? I mean, we're not doing that bad. The garrison's holding out as good as they possibly can, really. The problem is when the garrison falls. Is everybody else losing organization as well, basically? Yeah. It's not even August yet. It's not even August. Oh, I didn't want you to retreat that way. Those guys are gone. That's another Army Corps down. When I'm counting my losses in terms of how many Army Corps I've lost, all right, you need to you sit back and just accept your inevitable doom. Alrighty. Some people have made it to the Magnus line. Some units. Problem is I planned on retreating in a much more orderly fashion and getting back to the line in time. To get some organization back. But it doesn't look like that's what's going to happen here. We need to hold the fucking line. We need to hold the Magnus line at all goddamn costs. It's so difficult. So hard. Everybody's falling back. Yeah, these garrisons, even in prepared defenses, garrison units in prepared defenses against a single panzer division are not able to do very much, which is extraordinarily frustrating. Trying to get these units spread out along the line a little, let them get their organization back. Try to get my freaking officer ratio back up. Alright, these guys are retreating to the Magnus line, so they're safe. Safe as they're gonna be. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I've been trying to do this really slowly and methodically, and I still am getting really bad overruns. So right up here where the line's really thick, I mean, you can already see I'm pretty much out of organization. And haven't even come close to damaging one panzer division. So the Magnus line is folly. The Magnus line is breached. I can already tell you that. That means that... Alright, where are the defenses up here? Are they on this side? Or this side? They're on this side. So we gotta fall back and try to prepare our defenses up here. The Magnus line is breached. Well, it's not literally breached, but it's frickin' getting there. We have reinforcements coming in. Are these guys under attack? We are under attack right here, but only by one division. You know, that might be freaking enough. We're under attack here. This guy has a little bit of oomph to him. Might be able to throw him in and see what happens. See, this is awful. We can hold out, except for the fact that our organization is at like 15 compared to 100. You know, we've got 16% organization. They've got 75, 80, 90 organization. So the northern section of the Magnus line is breached, which means we would have to fall back. We can try to hold this section, but then what we'd have to do is stretch it up this way. Maybe backside of the river, in the marshes, or right in here, and try to hold these forts, or pillboxes, up near Leningrad. I don't know, we're going to have to figure it out. So we're going to leave this episode right here. If you have enjoyed this, just drop me a like, leave me those comments right down below. And if you're interested in more Benjamin Magnus Plays Hearts of Iron 3, just subscribe to this channel, and I will see you next time.